everyone. First of all, I would like to say thank you for your interest in my research about elderly user satisfaction with public transport in Thailand using different important performance analysis approaches. Okay, we will begin to introduction about aging society and global situations. Today, aging populations are becoming in many countries and lead to serious transportation issues. And WHO has predicted that the number of elderly allowable will be increased. In the same time, for Thailand, will be a super age society in 2002. For the data collection, a total of 2,700 questionnaires, obtained from the surveying 2,250 for elderly and 450 for non-elderly adults, and form 5 regions such as Northern, Southern, Northeastern, and Central. And the last area is Bangkok, is the base city for this study. And for this study, the questionnaire divided into 2 parts. Part 1 includes the social, demographic characteristics and travel behavior. And part 2 includes questions about 10 dimensions inform service quality. From questionnaire, we have 10 dimensions including the first is vehicle characteristics, access, safety, reliability, convenience, waiting time, staff, information, station, affordability, and then we have 39 attributes for inform about service quality. We aim to compare the 3 methods of the elderly expectation and certification towards public transport in the city. The first is traditional IPA. Is the technique widely used for analyze user expectation and satisfaction. The result of IPA will plot about important value and efficiency value into dimension graph. As a result, the graph will divide into 4 areas. And next, the second approach, we use gap analysis to analyze the difference between service perception and user expectation. For this research, we call gap 1 analysis. The final approach is based on the basic principle of IPA, but different from the traditional IPA method. This approach focuses between focal performance and benchmark performance. In this study, the benchmark is Bangkok, is the base city. We call this approach is IPA with gap 2. For discussion about the elderly and non-elderly passenger is different service need, because for non-elderly, the waiting time at the stations or the B1 more important than the elderly. Discussion about traditional IPA between the elderly and non-elderly passenger. We focus on content 1. In the first session that should be urgent improve. We found attribute T2 about keen at station and attribute A3 flexibility for accessibility such as lamp, elevator, and the last attribute is C2 inform the convenience for the elderly such as Wi-Fi, toilet, and handrail. Discussion about gap analysis. From this approach, the difference between perception and expectation. The value is negative. Will mean the service as perceived by customer after using the service is less than expectation. For the last approach, IPA with gap 2, when the analysis was conducted by comparing the base city or the Bangkok to another region in Thailand, we found R1 appear in quadrant 1 for all 4 regions. We found that the advantage of the public transportation system includes the lack of serviceability as well as unreliability and stop. Result from different approaches, we found that additional safety equipment or attribute S4 such as seatbelt, gas hammer, it needs. This factor is active with all regions of any method, and the public transport services are stable and consistently active in every region when compared with those of the capital. The analysis results of user expectation and certification from all three airports show distinct strengths and theoretical differences that lead to different interpretations. So finally, I appreciate your interest. If you want to read the full paper, you can download it. Thank you.